Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kratazar. Come back, with another lesson, right? Um, this video is pertaining to, just a little insight about the congestion charges, right? So hope that your Bashima Shai, he give me the strength and the power, to be edifying to do this lesson. And to that, we like to say, Kal Halayam La Alahaya Nawa Yahawah Bashima Shai Bashima Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom unto the brothers that push in his works and in truth and in sincerity. And shalom unto the Israelites who have been scattered among the heathen nations. And shalom unto the few and faithful Aquatium, who's listening and learning, obeying their husband. There's your brother Krataza from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp out of Trinidad and Tobago. All right, so I have just came across this brother video. All right, I do not know his name, right, but his channel is GMS Inland Empire 2. All right, I have just came across his with his channel. All right, I was actually trying to get his name from through some of his videos, but I wasn't, but I didn't, heard in some of his videos he didn't mention his name. All right, but this is what I have so far, but still to mention, the brother channel, so yeah. And when I saw this video, I was like, um but in Trinidad, I say, but didn't the news sometime last year, the news one of the news channels, they post up concerning about the same thing, about how they was doing some investigations about how the traffic in the cities, mainly like Port of Spain, Arima, Chaconas, some parts in San Fernando, like more like up on High Street kind of thing. And I think they were also looking at other cities as well, um, right? And they was looking at at the peak hours, and to implement certain charges and stuff like that. But here in Trinidad, they were just doing some investigations. But as we know, Trinidad is Little America. So once they doing these investigations, it is obvious that America already started, right? In New York already started. So in certain countries, where you think gonna happen, it's gonna just trickle down, right? And with these is with the oppressors, to oppress a poor man, right? All right, because the scriptures talk about this. All right, hold on, let's see. All right, this is Ezekiel 22 and 29, and it reads, "The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery, and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully." The NLT version, it said, "Even common people oppress the poor, rob the needy, and deprive the foreigners of justice." You understand? So majority, of the poor, because in one of the videos, the man was saying, even some of the police officers, some of the firefighters, the public, with the public workers, they cannot afford this, and it's $9. It's $9. Some of the vehicles, with like the smaller vehicles, the minivans, this that, different range of vehicles, they are charging different prices, right? And some people, they're working for minimum wage, and most of the people that working for minimum wage is who? Is the poor, right? They cannot. You imagine you with you working in the city, right? And you have to pay $9. Let me say $9 or $6 or $5 every day. Calculate that by the month. You understand? You still have gas fees, right? You still have gas to pay for. You still have parking to pay for. You still have maintenance on a vehicle. You're paying bills for your house, your mortgage, your apartment, wherever it is, food, all right, clothing, well, it's again, boy, a lot of shit. You understand? Health insurance. You understand? So mainly by the time you work, you just now, but you're gonna have to pay to breathe fucking air. You're gonna have to pay to breathe air, right? Just seeing how this whole society is going right now, with how this world is going, because they're done already polluting the air, all right? With the polluting the air already, just now you might have to buy freaking oxygen tanks, some mini oxygen tank just to be able to go outside and do what you had to do, right? And that's how how serious that it getting, all right? But we as men of the Lord doesn't just see what in front of us. We see far on. We see far on within this current time. All right. So let me just play the video here. All right.
The first car is getting charged for congestion pricing as they pass through those scanners right behind me. It is 12:01 on January 5th, which means that New York City these are some of the first cars getting charged for congestion pricing as they pass through those scanners right behind me. It is 12:01 on January 5th, which means that New York City is officially the first city in the United States to implement congestion pricing. So what does that mean for you? Well, if you are traveling south of 60th Street, you will be charged $9 if you are traveling during peak hours, which is Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., weekends, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As for the overnight toll, it'll be $2.25, and these prices are for sedans, SUVs, pickup trucks, and small vans. Larger trucks, buses, and motorcycles have a different rate. There are credits and discounts available for some drivers, and while congestion pricing is starting at $9 during peak hours, the MTA has already warned us that it will increase to $12 in 2028 and $15 in 2031. Signs have also been put up to warn drivers they are entering the congestion relief zone and that there is one last turn to make before you are charged. Of course, this has been a highly debated topic with delays upon delays and lawsuits upon lawsuits, but it is officially here and the money is set to go to improve our public transit system. These are some of the first cars
You're not going to believe this bullshit. These are the first cars getting charged $9 for the new congestion pricing as they pass through the scanners right above and behind me. Today is January 5th, which means that New York City is officially the first city in the United States to implement congestion pricing. What does that mean for you? Well, if you're traveling south of 60th Street, you're going to be charged $9 if you travel during peak hours, which is Monday to Friday, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., and weekends, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As far as the off-peak overnight toll, that'll be $2.25. These prices are for cars, SUVs, pickups, trucks, and small vans. Larger trucks and buses have different rates. And while congestion pricing is starting at $9 during peak hours, the MTA has already warned us that it'll increase to $12 in 28 and $15 in 31. Signs have been posted to warn drivers that they are entering the congestion zone and other signs at the last turn to make before you'll be charged. Of course, this highly debated topic was with numerous delays and lawsuits, but it's officially here. $15 billion to ease gridlock and make improvements to our public mass transit system. What a joke. What about the police officers, firefighters, teachers? These people can't afford this shit. It's simply wrong. This is the G from NYC, and it's my 2 cents. Bullshit.
All right, so there you have it. All right, but you know, yeah, and we have brothers, who living in New York itself, right? So just imagine, brothers who have vehicles, with either different type of a strain, with either increase on the strain. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that would be tough. So that would be tough. And they already started it. And then after the rest of the world, we just continue it. Right? And I tell you, right, everything I just, you know, just say, Kalalam your Bashima Shai, for all these things, that taking place, all these things that happening, because why? Because all these things, it's just happening for that great fall, for that great fall. Sooner enough, with the people, they wouldn't be able to take it no more. And what is going to happen? You're gonna have riots. You're gonna have, these in city wars and stuff like that. You understand? Let me get a scripture here. Right. The scripture here is Jeremiah 51 and verse 8. It said, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Why? Why in the city that they have to have this with this congestion charge? Because they have no money. They are running out of money. Alright? Continuing. It said, howl for her, take balm for her pain. Right? So these citizens had to take, so these citizens reliable for her pain. You understand? It reliable for her pain. Alright? If so, right? If so, be healed, right? So these citizens, had to take, responsibility of you not having money, right? By as it says in the scripture, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed, right? With it is being destroyed inside out, right? Inside out, right? I just had a little article here. This is in Trinidad and Tobago. It said Trinidad and Tobago commuters spending 1 month of life in traffic every year, right? The ECLAC study shows, right? And this was last year, January, the 22nd of January 2024. All right. It said a groundbreaking study by ECLAC Caribbean reveals the direct economic cost of traffic in Trinidad and Tobago at 2.26 billion. All right. All right. So just read this little part here. Right. It said the direction. Right. It said the direction economic cost of traffic in Trinidad and Tobago is an estimated TT 2.26 billion per year, or 1.37% of GDP, with the average commuter spending an average of 793 hours cumulatively 33 days. 1 month of the year in traffic delays. These are two of the main findings of studies, right? Assessments of the economic cost of vehicles, traffic congestion in the Caribbean, a case study of Trinidad and Tobago, right? And you can see here, produced by the United Nations Economic Commission of Latin America and the Caribbean, right? ECLAC, sub-regional headquarters of the Caribbean. All right, so you're basically seeing, from what it is under. So there is no doubt but we don't know what time, or what year, which it could even take place this year, sometime in this year, that they're going to implement that, right? So, man, it's just oppression. The scripture, also talk about, roughly paraphrasing. In a matter of fact, I'll get that scripture. I didn't wanna butcher the scripture. Let me get that. Alright, this is the book of Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not unaware, who is he? Right? The wicked, right? Esau, Edom, with the rulers of the earth, right? Coming down with the governmental structures and stuff like that. Right? Can we just play a little video here? That's short. I wouldn't play the whole video. You all could go up on the website. You can see there and check it out yourself.
Traffic is a problem throughout the region, road traffic congestion, and we're hoping through this work to be able to provide some insights for policy decision makers as to what is the kind of cost that the society bears and how hopefully that information could help them to set policy or strategies for solving the problem. What we are trying to do is to assess the direct economic cost. If an economy has to bear this cost, it implies that there are other goods and services that governments will not be able to provide. We make the assumption that commuters are best able to give an impression of what kind of congestion experience they bear, and we're asking them to indicate how much time they spend in traffic on average, traffic congestion, might I add, and we hope to use that time, the aggregate estimated times, calibrate that against the burning potential.
All right, so there you have it. All right, so let me just do a little rough calculation, right? A rough calculation. Just now, right? So let's go here, right? Right. So there's one here. What's the average amount of people is going in and out of Port of Spain, right? What's the average amount? All right. See how many people of Port of Spain. What's up? So let me go in this one. All right. All right. So let me use all right. Let me see the Guardian here. Let me use the Wikipedia. All right, so the Wikipedia now, right? Let's say here the urban population is 81 of the transit daily population of 250. All right, so basically 250 people is being commuted in Port of Spain, right? So, but right, so we know it's 250. So let's see the population of Trinidad. Let's say 2024. Right. Right. So 2024, obviously the population grew. Right. So it's 1.5. Let's work with 1.5 million. Right. Calculator. Right. So you have 1.5 million, right? In the population that grew. Let's say well, I said is 250,000 is in and out of Port of Spain, right, on a daily. So if you work out let me say roughly like 400, because that was based on that time, 400,000, right? Multiply that by 12. Like we say, you're paying $12 to enter into the city, right? This is the amount on a daily. So let's say in a month, multiply that by 30. There is how much you're basically getting in. And look, 144. All right. All right. So that just basically with like a rough estimate. All right. So now we do the average. The average citizen making about on a normal regular wage, they're making at least 180, right? 180 by 6, multiply that by 4, right, for the month. This is basically their salary. Let's say the person have a vehicle, right? Multiply right, so that is 4320, 4320 a month, right? Let's say that's your salary as a minimum wage. $12 multiplied by 6, right, that is a week. Multiply that by 4, right, less 4320, right? So that done. So this basically done cut out, right? When they started add things like rent and this and that and the other, that money gonna cut down to nothing. You understand? So they just keep on oppressing. All right. But let me just bring out one last scripture here. This is the book of Isaiah 10:1, and it say, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." Right? The NLT say, "But what sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws." That is an unfair law. All right, that is an unfair law. All right, because when you goes back to this here, right, the minimum wage, after you pay $288, right? That just enter in the city alone. Sometimes when they talk about gas, let me say gas for the month, depending on the vehicle that you may have, let me say it probably might cost you at least about eight. Let me say you're paying rent, let me say in a place, costing about 1,500, right? 1,500 and talk about food, let me say it's about, let me say you probably spend about 450 in groceries, right? 450 in groceries. Then you have the other little small bills and whatever, you basically down to nothing. You understand? So, so that's just basically the point where that are drawing at, that they could see, whether the oppressors, they just keep oppressing the poor and the people mourning, right? Yeah. All right. So this is the book of Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear it rule, the people mourn. Right? The people mourn. Right? So I just hope that this video shares some light, and it open up your eyes to see who is the wicked. To those of you who is looking on and don't know, or probably watching this video for the first time. Alright, so this video was edifying, and to that I'd like to say Kal Halayam La Alahayanawa Yahweh Bashim Mashai Bashim Mekakodash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Stone who ruled well. Shalom unto the brothers that pushing his works in truth and in sincerity, and shalom unto you, faithful Aquatium, who's listening and learning and obeying your husband. Until next time, shalom.